let's learn turkey stitch. It's one of my favourites. I'm excited to show you this one. You'll need 3 strands of thread. Don't worry about tying a knot in because I'm going to show you how to anchor it in. So push your needle down from the front of the fabric to the back. You need to leave a length of thread there. And we're just going to put a tiny little anchor stitch over the bottom. So come up to the left, stitch over to the right, really close to it. And there we go. That's not going anywhere. Now we're going to create some little loops. So we're just going to continue along. Use your thumb to act as something to hold that in position. Make a little loop like that. Leave it on top of the fabric. Put another little anchor stitch in. Now you can leave the anchor stitches out if you like. I've never done that. I know some people do that. I always just worry that because turkey stitch takes a while, and if you're doing a lot of it, I always think it would be really irritating if it all just popped out because you hadn't put any anchor stitches in. So I just do it anyway, but it's up to you. see how brave you are. If you like living on the edge, maybe you could leave out the anchor stitches. I don't know. So I'm just working these in a row like that. Oops. I like to pack them tightly in as well. You could have them a little bit more spaced out. You can work them in flowers if you want to. You can use them for loads of things. I'm going to start a second row underneath. Just keep stitching in the same way. I find wrapping the thread around my thumb is really helpful because it just helps you to create those loops a bit more easily. The great thing about it is if there are any that are slightly different lengths, it doesn't matter because you're going to cut it anyway to create that really fuzzy effect. I love turkey stitch. It's one of my favourites from the Happy Stitch project. So I hope you love it too. Just definitely one to have an experiment with, I think. Right, I'm going to put a couple more in and then we're going to trim it. I know I haven't done lots, but the basic principle is there for you. Let's put one more in. There we go. Right, one last anchor, and then I'm just going to tie this off at the back because it will just help it all stay in place. There we go. Just trim that off. Right, so you can see there we've got a few loops. And what you can do now is just trim it. So you can put your scissors through the top of the loop and trim like that if you want to. Or if you've got quite long loops and you want to do it like that instead, you can just trim them like that. You're basically just cutting the tops off and you can trim it to however long or short you want it to be. So if I leave that fairly long, you can see like that's what it looks like. It's quite funky, isn't it? I could cut it shorter if I wanted to. Ooh, let's just go for it. Hiya! There we are. Don't know why I did that sound effect there. I totally apologise for that. That was not needed at all. Anyway, there we go. Lovely effect. It's such a fun stitch to play with. Looks like a little carpet when you do it. That looks like a little eyebrow. A little purple eyebrow, doesn't it? Anyway, that's turkey stitch. I hope you love it.